Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hopefully, everybody's doing well. Uh, sort of a quick live stream. So, I've gotten this question enough times that I want to go ahead and answer it. And I kind of alluded to this before in a video I did a couple years ago. So, it's been a while, and there's been a lot of new people that recently joined the channel. And I knew this question was coming and I saw it a couple different times, but I really didn't like. Okay, well, I'm gonna wait till a couple more people ask this question. So these headphones, all right. I believe Mr. Miles has a set, Mr. B has a set, and I think Howard uses the AirPod Pros, and Barry has a set of headphones, but they're not the same. And who else has been on? Big Moose has had a set on, and I don't think Urban uses though. Urban use more Samsung stuff. So let me answer this. All right. These headphones are Apple's AirPod Maxes. Okay. The Department of Veterans Affairs does not give these away. These did not come from the VA. The ones Mr. B has, the ones Mr. Miles has, and the AirPod Pros that Howard wears, they do not come from these right here, these little ones. All right. These do not come from the VA. They're not providing that to veterans. No, no. The VA is not going to buy $550 noise canceling headphones for veterans. I know nothing. No. So to answer that first one, no. All right. And the second part of your question, or the questions that are out there, how can you guys afford those things and we all make the same money? Now, some of you guys have heard me talk about this before. Veterans' base salary from 0 to 100 is similar. If you don't have anything extra, from 0 to 100, if you 100%, you make the same amount as every other veteran that doesn't get anything extra. That's 100. You at 50%, you ain't got nothing extra. Every veteran gonna get the same amount at 50%. However, if you are in different categories, you in SMCK, SMCS, SMCL, SMCT, the amount of money you get is completely different than a veteran just getting basic 100%. So to give you an example, if you 100% right now, what is it, like 38, I believe, a month, right? That's across the board for every veteran that's 100% with no dependents. Like you're not married, you don't have no kids, you're a single veteran. That's what you're going to receive. But let's say that you're a veteran and you have 3 dependents. Well, you're going to make over 4, where that other veteran is only getting 38. You follow what I'm saying? Let's say that same veteran gets Social Security, right? And of course, Social Security is going to depend on your income. So if these veterans made a much higher salary than you did, and they have dependents, well, obviously they're going to have much more income than that single veteran is. That's just based on Social Security income and VA income. You guys follow what I'm saying? So it's sort of one of those things where you can't look at what you make and assume every veteran is making the same. Like we have some veterans who are still working, like Steele, like Barry or Boeing Barry, Tommy, they're still working. So not only do they have their VA salary, they still got income from their jobs. And then you got some who are retired VA Social Security, right? You got some who are IRA, VA Social Security, retirement. Some who own property, VA Social Security, IRA, retirement. You understand what I'm saying? So I understand you would like to have it. I understand, but we're not all the same. We're not. You can't look at veterans because there's some guys who are married, and if you're married, that your spouse has their own income or is still working, so they may not be paying as much as you for rent or whatever you're doing, and they're able to do extra things. So You can't look at everybody and think we're all in the same boat. That's basically what I want to say in this video. We're not all the same, right? There are some veterans like myself who are paying taxes on their Social Security. You're making 25,000 plus in Social Security as a single individual. You're going to get that tax form at the beginning of next year where you're paying taxes on your Social Security. Not every veteran is getting that. Okay. Where I talked about veterans base salaries 38. There are veterans out there getting $6, $7, $10, $12,000 a month just from the VA alone. That's not including anything else. So when you guys look at some of the stuff that we talk about, some of the stuff we may have on the show, some of the stuff that they show, like some of the alcohol. I'm not a drinker. So when they show an alcohol, all of it looks the same to me because I'm not a drinker. But some of you guys understand some of the stuff Steele is showing, or Barry's showing, or Howard is showing, Mr. Miles have shown, right? And you're going, man, I can't afford that. That goes back to decisions we made throughout our career, from when you were in the military, when you got out of the military, whatever your career was versus somebody else's career, because we don't know what everybody makes. We don't know what everybody has. So that's why I always try to tell you guys, don't tell everybody your business, right? What you get, what you don't get. And then don't try to compare what you see other veterans have to what you may have, because you don't know, right? If I'm a retiree and I work like Tommy, work at Boeing, I'm a retiree and I retired from Boeing. Okay, well, you don't know what other investments I have. I may have money in the market in Tesla, Apple, Google, whoever. You don't know that. None of that's disclosed. None of that is public. But, you know, what we talk about are things that we like. If you have something of interest, put it in the comment section. We'll talk about it. We may not know much about it because everybody's different. Like we talked about AR-15s. And I showed what Steele paid for his AR-15. Man, y'all on there showing off. How are we showing off just talking about things that we do, right? If let's say someone showed that they bought a Ferrari, okay? I'm not mad at the man for buying a Ferrari. Matter of fact, I'm gonna ask him, what can I do to try to get where he is? I think that's the difference with some of the things that we talk about and some of the things that we do. Is like, I don't get jealous of the next man. I'm trying to figure out how I can get to where he got to. If he can give me a tip, like we were talking about, the market, and Barry and what's his name? My man in Texas, in Houston. God dang it, I can't think of his name. But they were talking to us about investments, stock tips, right? How the shares had split, get your money, do this, do that. Bruh, I'm listening and paying attention. And if Barry will tell you, I hit Barry up, I said, bruh, I bought some of this and I'm getting ready to sell because I think it's getting ready to go back down. And what happened? 2 days later, it went back down. I made my money. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not jealous of what people tell me online. I'm listening and I'm paying attention because I'm like, okay, what are they saying that's going to benefit me? Instead of being mad and jealous, I'm trying to figure out how can I get the same thing, or how can I move up the line to get whatever it is, right? I think that's one of the biggest differences, man. We got to stop looking at what somebody else has and thinking you think you better than me. Because I'm sure a lot of you all have gotten that before, where you're just doing your everyday life. You haven't said a word to anybody, but then you'll hear somebody go, oh, you think you better than somebody. And you're like, how? Just from me living? Just from living? When I haven't done anything to anybody, haven't said anything to anybody, right? But people look at you sometimes and they're mad and they're jealous. For what? My man, if you got something going on where you living in this nice house over here and I'm struggling my ass off, I'm about to have a conversation with you. Hey, what can I do to try to get where you are? How did you do what you did? How did you get to this position where you are? That's the way we grew up, right? Like my cousin does very well for himself. Am I jealous of him? Absolutely not. Man, I will call him up and, hey, man, I'm thinking about investing in such and such. What you think? And we'll have probably a 30-minute conversation where he'll break down the pros and the cons to me. And then I'll think about it for a minute and move in whatever direction I think is the right one. That's how I use people who are doing way better than me, is to figure out, okay, you know about this. Like, I'm not going to be, my financial guy is not going to be somebody making less than me, because what the hell can they tell me? I go to people who do better than me, way better than me, and I'm trying to figure out how to get to where they got to. That's me. That's me. And I'm not going to be jealous. You go buy a new car, man, congratulations on that. Let me know how I ride. Let me know how it is. I'm thinking about doing the same thing, right? Somebody bought a new house, congratulations. Congratulations. You want to talk to veterans and let them know how they can do the same thing? Like, I've had Big Moose on here talking about investing in property, buying properties, best way to do it, how to get started. I've had Barry on here talking about it, right? But veterans, if you're struggling financially, and instead of being mad at the next veteran, listen, you may hear something that's going to help you versus you sitting there steaming, can't wait to type something in the keyboard about you brothers think y'all better. Nobody on the panel thinks they're better. Nobody on the panel thinks that they're superior to anybody else. We're just talking the way people who have things in common talk about. That's it. Like, everybody's not going to look at the world the same. We're not. We're not. What may work for you and what you have may be totally different from what somebody else has and the way they look at the world. But you don't have to be upset because I like first class and you don't. You may fly Spirit. I'm not getting on fucking Spirit. I mean, that's just what it is, right? We all have different things that we're willing to do and not do. But that doesn't mean you got to be upset with the next man and what they have, right? I try to do the panel for a couple reasons. One is fun. We get together, we get to talk about and reminisce about things, good times, and we have a good laugh. And people will show something to show, hey, check out what I got, right? And people want to know about it. They may have saved for a year to get that alcohol still is showing, or Barry is showing, or Howard is showing. You know, we mess with Barry, Tommy, because he'll send us a lot of videos about street food. That's kind of an inside joke we have on WhatsApp, right? And I've noticed in the comment section with some vets, some of you guys are very sensitive because you're thinking, well, y'all just trying to show off. This man is showing steaks nobody can afford. It's not that no one can afford it. Unfortunately, you can't afford it. That doesn't mean everybody else on the panel can't afford it. You understand what I'm saying? It's not condescending, man. It's like, let's learn from each other. Let's grow. Let's not be jealous of the next veteran. My man Mike is out there right now, traveling the globe. What do? We try to show what Mike is doing, because it's like, my man is happy, got a smile on his face. Him and his wife are enjoying life. We try to celebrate that. But for some people out there, well, how can he do that? He got this and that. If he ain't worried about it, I ain't worried about it. Why are you worried about what he got? Because he knows what he's doing, right? We don't know what that man has or doesn't have. But I do know this. He's happy than a motherfucker. He's happy as fuck. He ain't on there telling you, he ain't on there e-begging. Has Mike ever came online and said, man, we ain't gonna make it this month? Can some of y'all send us $100, $200, $300? He ain't said a motherfucking word like that. Not one word. So you all will get mad at us. Well, we don't ask nobody for nothing, but I bet y'all go to other channels and donate like a motherfucker. Think about that. You ever thought about that? Like the same people, I guarantee you, who are complaining, will watch other channels, and the first time they ask for something, you got no problem giving it to them. We come on and ask nobody for nothing, not one thing. We're just having fun, right? We're just trying to provide a space where veterans can come and talk about things, whatever it is they want to talk about, something going on in their life, something that happened in the past, something that was fun that happened, while we were in whatever branch you were in. Cool, no problem with that, man. But the jealousy and the hate of people that you don't even know, like you get a glimpse into some of the things that we do and we talk about, but that's not our entire life. You see us for a couple hours online and you think automatically you know who we are. Like we all have difference of opinion, right? Difference of opinion. And that's what makes us unique as people. But I try to learn. I listen and I try to learn as much as I can from different points of views from everybody. From everybody. Like I'll make suggestions online about certain things that I'm looking at buying or I may have bought, and I'll share that on a different channel. But in no way am I trying to show off. How am I trying to show off? By just showing you something that I do for fun and other people may like. It's a good way to kill time. I don't think that's a reason to hate someone. Let me get to the comments real quick, and I'm gonna get off. I ain't gonna be on that long, man. What's up, K Mac? Preach, brother. The church say amen. Family man, what's going on? How you doing today? My man Mike, what's going on, Mike? I've been watching your shorts. You doing the karate thing. I think it's the last video I saw you put out. I don't know if that was this morning or last night. I know I watched that video. Exactly. It's all good, man. Let's see. That's one reason I tried to go by the 48 rules. I hear you, K Mac. They want to see us doing bad. Well, unfortunately, you're gonna be waiting a long time and you waiting to see some of us do bad, bro. You may want to change that. I'm like a sponge. I soak up everything. Yeah. And Mike, bro, I would love to hear. I don't know if you got time this morning. I would love to hear your experience about dealing with the Department of Veterans Affairs in the Philippines, and all the things that you had to go through and do. So some people who may be considering going there simply because there's a real Department of Veterans Affairs there, what your experience was in the Philippines. I don't know if you got time to do that this morning, but that's something I would love to get on and let people know, your experience of doing that. That would be something that would be greatly appreciated. When it comes to the insurance, some of you guys asked about the insurance. It's not too late to sign up for the insurance. You can sign up for the insurance any point you want to sign up for the life insurance. Now, is that the best insurance out there? No, it's not. The rates that they're charging, depending on your age, is like, damn, you could get 3 to 4 times as much from what they're asking. But there's a lot of barriers, though, to veterans because we have a lot of us, not all of us, have disabilities, right? And they're going to consider that, like these insurance companies, they're going to consider your disability when writing a policy. And sometimes the policy may be much higher than what the VA is going to offer you. What the VA is offering as far as life insurance is enough to put your ass in the ground. Get you some flowers, put you in the ground, wherever you're trying to get buried. That's basically it. They're not writing a policy that's going to set your kids up for the future or whoever you leaving behind for the future. That's not what you're purchasing with the Department of Veterans Affairs. They're just offering basic insurance to get you a casket, a plot. No, the plot is free. To get you a casket, some flowers, and the ride for your family to get back and forth. That's basically all you're getting with the VA. Now, with other insurance companies, depending on what kind of policy you want and how much you're trying to spend, you can definitely get way more. But the VA was just trying to make it easy. That's it. They're not trying to set up anybody's future, where they got millions coming in. You're not gonna get that with the VA. What up, Barry? How you doing, man? Speaking to Barry. Let's see. Talk to K-Mac. Did you learn how to kick drop? Man, Mike better not be out there. Hey, last thing I want to see is Mike rolling. He got his wife pushing around a wheelchair. He in there trying to drop it like it's hot. Like Mike, man. Hey, hey, you better learn how to follow a police report. Too old to be out there, man, trying to wrestle with dudes. I ain't got time for all that, bro. Them days of doing that, you back in your early 20s, early 30s, okay. You hit them 50s, you see how hard it is to get up in the mornings, and you out there talking about wrestling and doing all this. It's like, come on, dog. No, time to let all that go. Let all that go. But anyway, though, I just wanted to come on and talk about that real quick, man, because people saw us all wearing these headphones and they thought that the Department of Veterans Affairs were giving those away. No, they're not. Like, if it's something that I have that the VA is actually giving away, like I talked about those iPads in the past, I talked about watches in the past, I've talked about cell phones in the past, that the VA will give certain veterans. Everybody's not going to get it. Certain veterans are going to get it based upon your need and based upon where you live as well. But everybody's not going to be in the same category. Okay. Every veteran is unique to their own situation. The last thing I'll say is like this. Like, if you meet someone for the first time and you see them and they're dressed very well and they got nice stuff on and you're going, well, how can you afford that? You don't see that colostomy bag that he has with him. You don't see that stent in their heart or that shunt in their arm. You don't see any of that. You don't know they've had hip replacement or knee replacement. You don't know that. So don't think we're all the same, that we all make the same, right? Where you may have made at the top of your career $60,000, $70,000 a year, somebody else has made $300,000, $400,000 a year and invested that money. Okay, so never assume you know. People have had windfalls for whatever reason. There may have been a lawsuit. There may have been all types of things going on. So never assume you know what one veteran's doing. Like for me, I use credit cards a lot. I take those points, I let it go all the way to the end of the year, and you may see me with something you like, damn, and I'll tell you what it costs, right? Like, I want to get this much bigger drone. They sell it at the exchange at a much lower rate than I can buy it here. But hell, it's going to cost me about the cost of the drone just to get it here. So is that worth it for me? No. But could I get it? Sure. I just don't want to spend double for it, right? So it's different things like that, guys. You got to stop looking at what you get and basing what you get to somebody else, because you don't know everything somebody else has. Just your household is your household, not the next man, right? I can't help you, or it's not my fault where you are. That's not my fault where you are in life, right? We all made choices. Like, this is one of the reasons I never go back to where I'm from, because when I go back to where I'm from, it's like a lot of jealousy, a lot of people asking for stuff. And it's like, bro, we came from the same floor, sleeping on the floor, same school. We ate all the same things, but it was life's choices. I made a decision, you made a decision, and you got to live with it now, whatever decisions we make. Let's see. Where was I? Here with K-Mac. Let's see. Love and Freedom probably riding around in one of those hover rounds. Let's see. Yeah. He kick dropped some street food. Man, you be on that street food, Barry. Let's see. They ain't giving up nothing no more. And they do not know if that person's missing. Yeah, you don't know. You don't know if they got one kidney or you don't know what's going on with that person. Let's see. I took a huge drop in life from almost 7 figures to almost 6 figures. Man, you preaching to the choir, bro. Let me tell y'all something, Brian. And I understand, like, when I was younger, I don't know if you guys remember Enron. You remember Enron, the company? And they had like a lot of people, doing certain things. That have been jumping out of windows or doing all kind of crazy things because their income went from here to here. And I'm thinking, man, you still making X amount. But until you are here or you're at a certain point in life and then you're forced to retire and all that goes away, bruh, I can see. I didn't understand it back then, but now, oh hell yeah, you need a psychiatrist, you need somebody to talk to, you need somebody to confide in, you need somebody to just let all that go, teach you how to let that go. Because once you get to a certain point in life and you ain't got it no more, and I understand with athletes, like I ain't never made money like an athlete, but I can understand from a certain standpoint when you're here, and Mike knows what I'm talking about, and you come down here, when you're used to just go doing whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it. And now you got a plan. You got to plan out. Okay, that the first 2 years for me after I was forced to retire, I'm not gonna lie, it was a mother. It was a mother because from what I was doing back then to what I had now every month, man, I felt like crying because it wasn't the same. It just wasn't the same. You get depressed. You looking outside, all the things, think about all the things you used to do, and it's like, yeah, let's see. I'm dead broke, so don't watch me. All right, Tommy. Let me hold some. I said, listen to me, fella. Retirement is a beautiful thing. It is. Retirement can be a beautiful thing, man, especially if you took care of business early. Like for those of you who are still working and you're looking at retirement, man, take care of your business now. Take care. Get out of debt. Before you get ready to retire, the number one thing I learned, bro, have no debt. Especially if you're going to move abroad. Have no debt. Don't have no car payments left over. Don't have no mortgages you paying. Don't have no credit card debt. No student loan debt. No debt. None. Move across seas scot-free. You are able to do whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it. And you got no pressure on you to try to maintain this house or maintain this car, or unless you got the income to do it now. Now, if you got the income to afford all that, hey, knock yourself out. But if you don't have the income to afford all that and you got all this pressure on yourself to try to live, you trying to live two lives. You trying to still live a life in the U.S. and then you trying to live this new life abroad. Yeah, you're going to have to let one of them go. I still cry. What's going on, Mr. Miles? How you doing? Let's see. Tommy, let me borrow 2 Tommy burgers today, and I'll repay you next Wednesday. Brother Miles. Brother 100 is late to formation. Okay. Hey, man, this wasn't planned at all. I just jumped on, man, because I got 5 comments about these headphones, and the people want to know, is the VA giving away for free? Because Mr. Miles, Mr. B, myself, and Howard has the AirPod Pros. It's like, hell no. The VA is not giving these away. Trust and believe, the VA was giving these away, every veteran would have, or they'd be trying to figure out how to get them. There'd be all kind of videos on how you can get AirPod Maxes from the VA. No, they ain't giving these away for free. No way. No how. All right, guys. So I've been on for about half an hour ranting, going back and forth. Hey, I appreciate everybody coming on. I'm gonna try to get Mike on. Hopefully Saturday, he can let us know about his experience dealing with the VA in Manila, or just dealing with the VA in general, and what they had him do to take care of things he needed to take care of in Manila. And then we'll just cover some other things. But I look forward to seeing you guys Saturday on Saturday Roll Call. So until then, though, guys, I'm out of here. Peace. You guys enjoy the rest of your day.